Hi guys, it's Emily and I am your Friday here on Triple Threat. And this week is Halloween week. And these are my ghost stories. This is easy, it's like level 1. Actually, I'm going to start with a different story. So, when I was little, like maybe like 4th or 5th grade, when I was a Girl Scout, I used to have, like, you get prizes when you sell like the cookies and stuff like that, and I got a doorbell, which is the dumbest thing ever, but like you could put it, like, it was like a little flower, and I like put it on my like door, obviously, and it had a little button like that hung down that you could press if you wanted to like enter, and like you had to press it to enter, like, or not enter, but for it to go off. And my dad and my brother weren't home. My mom was like in the kitchen and I was in my living room. And my living room's like right next to my bedroom. All of a sudden my doorbell started going off like repeatedly, like it wouldn't stop going. And my mom like came into the living room and just looked at me. We just looked at each other. We were like, what? And then it just like didn't happen again. But like the doorbell still worked after, so it's not like the batteries were dying or something like that. My dad was working one day and like he works from home, so he has like his office at home, and one of his pens was like sitting next to his hand or something, and it like started rolling, and it was one of those pens that's like super hard to roll because it has like the little, I don't know, thing that like stops it, I guess, and it was rolling and it pressed up against his finger and it kept pressing up against it like someone was pushing it. My mom and my dad were just like in bed and they were just like talking or watching TV or something, and both of them felt someone sit down onto the bed and then just like get up. But my friend Dan and I were like chilling at my house. We had just like, I had just had a movie night and my brother was like driving a few people home, and so it was just me and him. He was waiting for his dad to come pick him up, and we were just like, I was telling him about some of like the ghost stories and stuff that had happened in my house. And he, like, my couch, the way it's set up is like there's like one part here and then there's like a corner piece and then like another part, so it's kind of like a little L. He was sitting on the shorter side, I was sitting on like the longer side. And so I was like telling him all the ghost stories, and my cat comes running in, stops, and like his tail like started like bushed up or whatever, and he's staring straight above Dan's head. And we were like, can't like animals like sense a ghost or see ghosts or something like that? And so he was just like, alright, I'm just gonna like move on over here. Every time I sleep in my living room, if I have like friends over or something, it literally feels like somebody's watching me. All my friends think that like someone's like standing there when they're like trying to sleep. What other, huh?
Do you feel like that?
Yeah.
You do?
I feel I can't sleep in my house. Like, I hate being home alone at night. Like, I feel like someone's gonna be at the end of my hallway.
Seriously? See, I felt safe, like, at your house. The only time that, like, was, like, kind of a little creeped out was, like, I was laying there and it felt like someone walked by me, like, in the middle of the night.
Yeah, see? Things happen at my house. My mom... Okay, we're gonna get... These are, like, the two top, like, creepy things. Actually, no, I have 3. I think one of them you guys don't know, because I always forget about this.
I'm scared.
So, I'll save that one for last. It's not the creepiest one, but I'm still gonna save it for last just because they don't know it. So, my dad and my mom were, like, my dad was on the couch and my mom was, like, in a chair that's, like, next to the couch or whatever. My mom had a blanket, like, over her, like, legs, I guess, so it was, like, hanging off of the chair because it, like, reclines or whatever. And the blanket, like, moved, and my mom was like, oh, Ash, which was, like, my cat at the time, she was like, oh, Ash, you scared me, thinking, like, he just, like, brushed up against it like he normally did. And my dad's like, Ash is sitting right next to me, and I saw your blanket move. This is the creepiest one to me, because this happened to me personally. So, in 6th grade, my 2 friends and I, we were sleeping in what's now my dad's office, but it used to be like my brother and mine's like playroom area, and we had like a futon and stuff, and that's where I always had my sleepovers. So we're all like laying in the futon, and it was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and you know, we're in like 6th grade, we're like, we're being cool, staying up. But we were like talking and laughing, and I heard someone walking down the hallway, and I was like, guys, quiet, my dad's coming, he's probably gonna yell at us. So we were like acting like we were sleeping. And the door handle to the room started jiggling, and like someone was trying to get in, but the door doesn't lock. and I heard, like, all three of us, like, you could ask either of them. They were like, we all heard a male's voice go, hello, and so I was like, hi, like, thinking it was my dad or something, so I got up, and, like, thinking he couldn't open the door or something, so I opened the door, and there was nobody there. So we started, like, screaming, obviously, because we're in 6th grade, and my dad comes, like, running down the hallway, and he's like, what, like, thinking someone was, like, trying to murder us, and we, like, told him, and he was like, yeah, right, like, that didn't happen, just go to bed. So we slept in my room with all of the lights on for the rest of the night. My brother wasn't home, so we knew it wasn't him. It's weird, because, like, I was actually Skyping with Painted West. They're a band, and, I was telling them how my house is haunted and stuff like that, because they were like, oh, look how someone's probably going to be, like, behind you or something like that, and I was like, actually, my house is haunted, so I told them, like, all these stories, and they were like, oh my god, tell us if, like, anything else happens, and I was like, yeah, will do, I got you. And literally, I think it was the next day or something, we had, like, a party at my house, I forget, I think it was for my graduation, and, people in my family, they smoke and stuff like that, so we find, like, cigarette boxes around or stuff like that. This was, like, 3 or 4, like, I'd say, like, a month after this party, and I opened up, like, we have, like, my trash can's, like, in its own little, like, compartment room thing, I don't know what it is, so I slid open the door, and there was a container of, like, empty cigarettes, and I was just kind of, like, where did this come from and stuff like that, and my dad was, like, standing next to me, and he was like, are you smoking? And I was like, no, I'm not smoking. So he, like, asked my brother was like, no, don't smoke, like, we're both super against it, and he was like, well, no one on my side of the family smokes these kind of cigarettes, like, they have, like, their specific kind, and he even, like, called them and was like, hey, did any of you, like, leave this and stuff like that, and they were like, no, we didn't leave it, and so we started joking, we're like, oh, it's probably just the ghost in our house smoking cigarettes. And my next door neighbor, her name's Jay, we think it's her son that's haunting the house, because he used to, like, live in the house, and his bedroom used to be my dad's, like, office, and, like, so he, like, died, and we think he kind of, like, stayed with the house, sort of thing. And my mom was, like, on the phone with her, and we were, like, talking about it and stuff like that, and she was like, oh, what brand of cigarettes is it? Just, like, asking in general, in case it was, like, hers or something like that, and we said it, and she's like, I don't know anyone that's ever smoked this except for whatever the son's name is, and so we were all like, what? And, like, we literally, like, no one in my family smoked that type of cigarettes, like, we could not figure out who it was, and the only person, like, any of us knew was that guy who we think is haunting the house, and, yeah, so that's the end of my ghost stories. And, yeah, so I will see you guys. Hi, Alicia. I'll be sitting on the floor over here, because they're always present for my videos. It's currently 11:45 at night. Oh my god, Painted West is doing their thing. And we are off, and hopefully we will see you Sunday. Hopefully our reaction video thing isn't blocked anymore. Don't know. It was...
able to upload.
Alicia's video was not able to upload, that's why she did not upload. If we can get it to upload, maybe she'll upload sometime. I don't know. See you Sunday, hopefully. Adios. Bye-bye.